Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we were building a pumpkin patch because I said I was going to do it and I really wanted to do it, so I did do it. I actually built this the same day that I built my haunted house from last video, or not last video, I don't know what order. I messed up my order really badly in the last 2 weeks because of, things that needed to go up on certain days. So we'll see, but I built a haunted house that I believe was last video, and I built these on the same day, so I spent so long doing Sims builds. I think that was Sunday. I may have done this not during the week. Oh no, wait, I didn't have school Monday and Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday then. Yeah, it was probably Tuesday when I built this, but I spent so much time building, but I was having so much fun. But then I took a shower in the middle of, I did my haunted house, and then I did a shower, and then I went to do this. And so I was up so late just building Halloween kind of things and like fall. But I really was in the mood to build, and I was really enjoying building. So I just kept doing it, but then my sleep schedule went, "What are you doing?" And so it's not been great, my sleeping schedule in the last 3 months, but that's fine. Who needs a sleeping schedule? I'm a teenager. Teenagers and normal sleeping schedules don't go well together. So it'll be fine. But I had so much fun that I spent probably 3 hours total on my builds that day on Tuesday. But that's good because I did not build at all during the time that I was going to school on those days. So, that's fine. But I built this pumpkin patch, and I put a barn because I don't know any pumpkin patches that are nice looking. The pumpkins are fun, except for the ones that are squashed. Those are sad. But usually it's just big concrete building. Sometimes they have a barn for a wedding or weddings or maybe church receptions or something. Sometimes. But usually not. So usually they're just big buildings that are kind of ugly looking that you just kind of have to ignore. And then you have to go to the pretty section where the pumpkins and the hay bales are. That's the pretty section. Oh, I could have put hay bales in this build. That's a waste right there. I just scrapped the build right there. I just figured a barn would have been the best thing because I wanted some kind of building in here for indoor pumpkin selling and gathering for talking or whatever you do with people. I'm not sure. Wouldn't know. Don't do that very often. But I built this barn in the back corner, and then I put big sections of pumpkins because I wanted the pumpkin in the pumpkin patch to be emphasized because I felt like that needed to be the most important thing. And so you can't even see the pumpkins in the thumbnail very much, but it's called Pumpkin Patch, so I'm hoping everyone got the memo. Hoping by this point we all know it's pumpkins, but that's the only thing here. It's not a farm. There's no bedrooms. I think there's a bathroom. There was gonna be 2, but then I said no, and I also forgot the entirety of the upstairs of the barn, so, it'll be fine. But I was gonna put something up there, but then I just ended up not. But it looks fine anyway, because then you've got all of the pumpkins selling downstairs, and you've got just big tables of pumpkins, and it looks really great. And so I would definitely come here. I built one of these last year, which is what inspired me to do this one, because I wanted to build another one. And I don't think I posted the one last year, because I think it was I think it was at a time that I wasn't filming everything that I was posting, because I was just very early beginnings of my YouTube channel, so at that point it was just I don't really need to build or film this. But now I film literally everything that I build, which because that's kind of the point of me building, is to show other people and film and that stuff. But I rarely build things that I don't record because now my builds are better. But this pumpkin patch is a little differently laid out, and I think it's maybe on the same lot or one of the similar lots. It's in this area of Brindleton Bay, at least, is the last one. But it was organized differently, and I feel like there was less space, but it's the same size lot, so I'm not really sure how that worked. But the other one has more stuff in it, but this one is kind of cuter where the pumpkins are. So I may just go back from my save file, because my save file has the other pumpkin patch in it, and I may just replace the pumpkins with the pumpkins that you can actually grow, because I felt those are cuter and more pumpkin looking. So maybe, but I still think this one's really, really cute. So yeah, but that's it for the build. So we're going to move on to more things that happened at school this week. The first thing, my chemistry teacher had her baby a week ago at this point, but I don't know if I ever mentioned. I think they may have mentioned that very, very first couple of days of school, which is 2 months ago. but she had her baby, and so she is not going to be here for the entirety of second quarter, which is not fun for me, fun for her, because that is a lot of maternity leave. So jealous for that, because don't have a baby, not pregnant, but like that's a lot of time off, and also like most teachers don't get that much time, so she had vacation time, so that's very good. And so I'm glad she's getting a break, because that baby was very cute, so that's a very well deserved break too. But so the sub is going to be a long-term sub, but the long-term sub isn't going to be at school until tomorrow. So we'll see if he's a decent human being, because some of the long-term subs are kind of crazy. So we'll see. But the subs that I had last week didn't know how to science, so I taught myself how to balance chemical equations last week. So all that's really great, which is good, because teaching yourself how to do science is not easy. So, but I did figure it out. Did take like all of a singular class period, but I did finish before everybody else, so I think I'm doing okay actually. So, that's fine. But it was very fun once I learned how to balance chemical equations. But while I was figuring it out, I was just like racking my brain going, how do you balance equations? And so, it was great. But I'm hoping the sub, who is a science teacher, she said that it was a retired science teacher. Didn't say what kind of science, which is kind of worrisome, because not all of them know different types. Because my biology teacher, one kid asked about like an animal science question, because he was also in animal science or something, I don't know, and she was just like, I don't know, you're gonna have to go ask somebody else, I don't know what that is. But I feel like chemistry to like another one of the bigger science classes, not animal science, would be a bit easier. But I don't know, because, chemistry to biology are very different, and I don't know what happens in physics, but I'm going to assume it's not the same as chemistry and biology, because, it's a whole different class. So we'll see if this teacher's any good. But the other teachers that have had babies, which are all science teachers for the most part, which me and my friends were talking about how really great that it was really funny. But like all of the science teachers are having babies recently, so we were all just like, they planned it. They 100% planned that one. So, but they probably didn't. But it was really funny that they all just had their babies like at basically the same time. So the one of my friends, also in chemistry, their teacher's out, and she hates her sub because they don't grade her stuff. But her teacher just got back last week, and mine just left. So her actual teacher's much better. So I'm a little scared that we got that sub, and that my grade's gonna go down, because this person had like, my friend had like a 40 for a period of time, because it would put it in as a 0 until he graded it, which is insane. But some substitutes just don't have brains sometimes. So, sorry, but grade my stuff, please. But hopefully we'll be all good. Probably I'll talk about that briefly, or, entirely if he's that bad. But he's, my teacher says that he's nice, but nice does not correlate to good teacher. I've figured that one out many times over the years. So, we'll see. But another thing is, one thing that I remembered while I was doing yesterday, maybe yesterday's, but the one I did right before this, that voiceover. And so there was this boy in my PE class, and so I'm fairly positive he was trying to flirt with me, and that is scary. Please just don't. And so I'm fairly positive he had a girlfriend like 2 weeks ago. Obviously that could have changed by now, but yeah, no. And I just really just don't want to, because that is gross. Don't talk to me. And I would have to reject him. Well, not have to. I'm going to reject him if he is actually flirting with me. No matter his relationship status, I don't care. But no. But it was very awkward, but I'm fairly positive he was trying to flirt with me, because it was very obvious. Sometimes it's not obvious, but it was almost very impossible to be anything else. But if it was not, sorry to that guy, but you would probably be a very bad person to be flirting. So, really fun right there. High school, very strange. But we're gonna hope not, because that it makes it easier for literally everybody. Except for me, who has to, come out back in here and be like, oh, yeah, this dude was not flirting with me. He was indeed just very awkward. So, but I'm fairly positive, because he changed his whole, way of being in the last, I'd say 4 weeks, he's changed from like very outgoing around like everybody, and he was so quiet around me. I'm a little nervous. However, men don't understand them, so but yeah, no. But that's about it, because that is just all that I'm talking about in this video, and it is also almost the end of the video, almost screenshots time, so I'm going to go. But subscribe if you did like today's video, or if you want to, hear more about my stupid stories. But as I said, it is almost screenshots time, so I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye!